Yase na gude mun sama yensa kan ye ofie ne amoro ne nyina no ye boabo ne nyina no na ye badi hu komode kire busuafo nyina na no pay e wakasa fidie kase we so baby a wotie ne bia no na on the 10th of June 2026 na chese akada ba akopɛ na FIFA World Cup no enso enya asha se nyankopɔ ya admo kina enwumre no nso na the opening game koso the Azteca Stadium Mexico, between Mexico and South Africa. You don't say na eba and no pay. You see now what you mean no. You have preparations because in fact from last week and I'm be videos of how FIFA and organizers no and so your preparations towards the opening game. You don't say no pay and so about nyame admochana and a game nanka seba so no be the referees ebedi nyina ho ensem and so the bra mu nyina no ye the ensem the teams na so enso be call South Africa preparations ahead of the game, Mexico preparations ahead of the game, FIFA and organizers you know for the game. Now some no nina ever pay ewo ejuma no so yebere said the name asiache ewa amona ne nkomo ne bebrebe na and ekoso and yebeko ye World Cup no mo na ye din komo Somalia referee just ye wanya FIFA CAF and as a FIFA money appointment so many games World Cup na so kodru America ye sound sign no ye no ka so panyina kwa kodru no krom Somalia na anyama pi na cost in the last 24 hours ye don't some and so no pay dwumadi no simple for do pi edu ma no atoma omunyina edun koma sto hour referee way ni treatment and so atinya ko enra ye hyan koma twetwe bia so ha na ye din koma with regards to World Cup and ho nsama eba o said the city say be still World Cup news surrounding the FIFA World Cup nyina no ye won some SCC say nyina de won some no so every man pay and so with dwumadi no so national teams no ye be call counts na so do na ye be chim de be call na de ho nkomo and so at media ba na ye wi so ye be transfers nigga cry because no so e mo a World Cup no e kwaso no clubs no ensugu so a wo mo push for various players coaches a movie and hunsem nyina no ye de ba anopay enso we show no se wi so a na ya ba fie abehwe de afisem no enso sitie na ene ye be wura Ghana mrahye badwafie esansem ye se Ghanaians I appeal to a minister of finance Dr. Ato Forsen say on release fans and also ever call for Black Stars ahead of the World Cup ye de hunsem eba first deputy minority leader Honorable Habib Idrisu and so demanded for an urgent briefing from the sports minister on Ghana's preparations for the World Cup. Ninano, yeah, the home come and so Black Stars camp and so ever corner. You have more videos kakra from the camp. Boys, no, ahobo your trainings, how do gym sessions, etevas mu and home come ya show say Trenton ebema yensaka various videos na said the Asia Quabrantia friends Prince Edu Kwabena and so a part of the team. Na odin komo bi enso dia tuja ninyana ebeko na kwakuti Henry Asantuchum and Ekasa Edema the Ghana Football Association Henry enso nsem ya no pe odi nyina enso as to Black Stars o camp no sam and enema esiati enra enya information said the mayor of Alexandra and the city manager enso akosra the GFA president Mr. Kurt Edwin Simon Okreko the hotel nyina no ya the nsem ba no pe dwumadi no so Honorable Kofi Adams the sports minister wa kan sem bi afa coach Carlos Queiroz ni appointment bigoro just about late no wakasam afa o yeba club football Kumasi Asante Kodoko so say coach ben ena kotoko edeneba coach ben ena heart to folk edeneba ninyina no enkomo yebeto so na yedisa enkomo no Samatex yenya report say omu coach Christopher Enin and so I'm making a bold decision so I best step it down as the head coach at the club is subject to approval from the club. Now, coach, Christopher Enin, GNT and all resign from Samatex. Yatis a house of folk be enemu. Christopher Enin for heart of folk. Yenya sa information yano ye the home come and so be bra pay ewo dwumadi no so we for nya atena sa we for ha Christian atena se Maxwell and so ha wa mo eba be din come mo and so etimi edi ama na ye mo producers na ba so Jacob Achusa be the leader of production or the boys guys ni na Bright Owusu nom ene Clifford nom ene o mama Kenya Trent ene Jarumo nyina and so asia wɔn ɛboa no pɛ amadwumadi no asimi akɔ kama mede Andrew so usubetia from Yandi Castas Metramuna Ediama chairman Bright Kankambo do say why adwuma edema as your correspondent ewo America and especially for the World Cup one and a correspondent and so the menti as a solid team and ayatnasia ye ba bidin komo edia fa gudi ho ti yamwakwaba and so the ba ne ye dwumadi kese ne so na ye streaming live ewo Facebook message oko Facebook na wasache Pure FM TV feed no ebeba na so say like share never comment and so eto asiaba ye na yenko no sanso ana on YouTube no o search Bright Kankambo on YouTube honso no obenya show no and so etinya follow na bibia ayeka wuti on radio Pure 95.7 FM wakwaba edeba ende yejuma dino se be so just at 12:30 abo ansani asori nkunya so ama bishops edia kegyina no enso ba na se no enkoma kojo sebo ene Pure morning drive team no amanyo nsem no wo abeka sabre de ayagude bu nsem ena ne bre enso etimi adri mama abejafo akwaba na fe yemfa nkomo no enso ensha se enra yeshe eye conversation bi ase ewofia ha ninyina in regards to FIFA World Cup no and ho ensem kofo complaints ever say as a FIFA for no say omakoton World Cup no de America and kofo America for de omope na opanyi baako Malema so kind of South African I listed down niema bi on the office niema o kan nyina boma as a FIFA are failing already even before the kick-off of year games no officer FIFA are failing when it comes to this year's World Cup but yenina ebehwe na ye say bia ne nsama World Cup no no kro baby no na this sound common a lot of contribution even after Enra show no had some people are the outside Ghana any ade nankofo enso eche ede omadwenkyere ba dimo esu edun komodina no yebeka ho asem anopei ewo dwumadi no sebo msabre de mamema abidafo akwaba na enkeja enso enfangum say Christian good morning.
Yeah, good morning Andy.
Me sure say bibia boko
oh nyame adom bibia boko
de nyankofo ase
sa no pay moye mu yi wa no moye ni kinki fine
ene atwu sebe enke ni atwu sebe ya me zo go peja blocks bi se de
ba ya no asende mumu
ni huna ni kinka abisu
wa ni kinki simple
yeah no nkuku no ogbo kinki nkuku pa kinki we nkuruma ne meko eta ho a amuna se sama kuru dina no pa woni meko bi wana
adom na so ya so amade a chi ande e ba ne aba besom on se o bibi ya ye wo na ye ka se 2026 ni wo chiri wo you starting say 2026 World Cup 2026 World Cup no andi enye na asemu but yet one about betu ye it be 4 years ago and now share we are say the next 5 years may we and one France into one more and the 5 years no ya so o da so ti de o ti o 2026 World Cup no just between and then watching na the 2026 World Cup no ye shase na ye sprint American ye kwa o say American no ye can on your marks near can set. She say we are on set too. I can't say better the sound of the gun. Not just say we are taking off. The sound of the gun, we are loading. Anya me adu mechina. You better the sound of the gun. Ama event no a started.
Event no should be nyasha sia na wiu.
39 days ye sha this World Cup 48 countries. 109 matches or so, 104 matches. And you bono in 39 days. And into I can't 4 years ago kraba. Then it says 39 days no enye is here enti e sha ase de oni mo ho so no na World Cup ne aba wi enetino ahoboa de by this time the wa onya ahoboa no I think say World Cup no na onya ready say okwa akobo everybody bia we stakeholder of this year's World Cup no you should be prepared we are just taking off nyame admo china
ti eno aye Christian de nyame admo china enwumre no nso na first game no enso enya ahwase eno between Mexico and South Africa. On the last time I had 2 teams in the World Cup no way back 2010 16 years in almost also ball in a game and no na South Africa they host na opening game yes sounds when another opening game Mexico this time almost a host nation Mexico hosted the World Cup for the 3rd time Maxo Bibia boko de
nyame adumandi
wo bo Adriana Jessica ma Adriana so any coach a party ways
say the omo hwe no omo nya coaches are hired to be fired and they say this are teams where say na pam coaches next season local teams half of the teams say Bashir here for Sunny Lions are party ways
almost party ways
that's what I've heard
and
I had coach so yeah pam no
did you call and now protocol
so we use 3 coaches 3 in house will be to me and stay and they record
and now no pay say Christopher any so resign
free
and Ralph from
and Adriana coach and so
yes you are stick
and I'm sure several performances so in chombe pam no Neja ana nations na what team co relegation I say
so do mu Africa
go ede o ko jana go ede the good thing for them for Africa they say the players will stay put because they want to play in Africa but the reality is to play in Africa with your might and strength also to play to qualify in the Ghana League do they have what it takes to do that and I'll say here body the over baby the how that a template anti so na wo ba na ya wo na wo ba into Africa near you now my bed oh I'm not saying so Mbepam no but what I'm trying to say is once he has relegated the team there possibly so be quite high but just what I say so media my coach the on the oboha no boho so on the Wajalik
Ibrahim Tanku
yeah coach the team core relegation from the top level to the second tier and that's all qualify for European competition as any day
Yamba
me bisa say bia wona ye chairman wo team abede who says a delicate topic as o pam no say bi na ye de akoi Tottenham akoi Pastor Koglu okay unso obeji Europa League na de ekonenye as ye pam because league na the basis for springboard to Europe into league na wan ya de na say is you free more Europa and akoi Europa unge any promotion and playing at the top level no you want a good decided but men cast or more permanent patcho nyamena me sign but me sha I will not be surprised or more permanent enyame na make
now nyame admoch na world cup no shase nra started this conversation on this same platform now it got people also contributing from all angles. Now these are some of some listed incident at SC and according to political leader in South Africa Julius Selo Malema say on feels FIFA are failure already and these are his justifications e bia mane kasanti yenhwe no na afi no yemfa enim common mfamfiri Jerikai or say Switzerland player back with friends Brel Imbolu ni visa omu putu no under review ema chese team no echo America this ansana abrantie friends Imbolu omu ejano amana join the national team tie be affect Switzerland omu preparation here number 1. Number 2 osi Iraq national team player Ayman Hussein also omu holding into questioning for nearly 7 hours upon entering the United States and also any point number 2. The point number 3 osi Iranian national team no spending days are dealing with visa procedure US consulate in Turkey US allow them entry on Arizona allow them entry March days America 15 members of our delegation or deny visas to in America. Referee our friends Omar Abdul Kader Artan South Somalian referee Nakaf or CAF best African referee for of 2025 no Omar denied visa after so travel here even with diplomatic passport almost also a catch on Sanko back. Ebio almost South Africa national team no almost United States late than our plans because now our delegation be money and grant you visas. Ebio I say members of Senegal national team no me be Senegal for a quite fast searching our team be yichiro say ye search o mamomo ro mpa wo nyina a che say ofiri say saade no oye players on be sia kan saade na enye. Ebio I say Uzbekistan national team okay say no be here omo Netherlands game no ye mo yi omo ne nyina gu fam e ma omo use sniff dogs any ade ewiem say omo ehwehwe say bia bomb bia no enso emepie mu e wa America and omo say some Scottish air supporters despite say omo ye eligible to enter US visa free no under ESTA program no ye mo omo ona so manya travel authorization revoke ache so omo no entimi emma aya America MS support omo national team Scotland and I say almost supporters be and so to take it a mo bookie accommodations but visa applications no ya reject omo and nyina cause financial losses to a football loving fans. And with this, Julius Selo Malema feel say FIFA already affiliating when it comes to this FIFA World Cup. Referee na 7 de beba so you be sure the home because my get a lot of productions on referee Omar Artan in the situation no. But reason and here na started some komo you say the World Cup ye this am komo we. Yeah. And we so e do me abetum say with any about FIFA so almost say as a Gianni Infantino akoton FIFA diama Donald Trump and no be send him a voice note can say Donald Trump no say yes US na host World Cup na ko dem say World Cup you no say UFC e White House na dia mo kan you know monte
oh Andy Enra there were two sides of the argument maso say America will not compromise on their safety because of the World Cup. And on the Obian one Mobeka say World Cup boss or American Tino, they should compromise on their security. And they may be a bit me put America in danger there. When I am America Krana, you know do that. And knowing America and their position in the world. Anyhow, and Ramaso Krami will say America owes so many enemies. And who knows there will be a backroom or baby. But Unimsa American nyina
no mo jitum so
mbe host World Cup no World Cup no enye FIFA de ma America o
obede
wona akọ bede okọ bede a ese yemfa ne se bi afie akunya ato na nipa bebrebe betimi adi akunya no na wo maso qualify so odi akunya ni bi na odi yanom se odi dwatoa akosi oba ahema so se obedi akunya no ye di akunya ne ma wo edi akunya ne wie ya enema ese wo ye abra edi akunya na ma wo no afi wonye what you are supposed to do abra wo na wakopra akunya no okopa achew se emfa akunya ne ma wo na abedi akunya no ya pene so di akunya na ma wo amamre ene amane ese wo ye no na wonim se wo tena akunya no so a ese wo ye saade no ye di akunya ne ma wo wie ya afi wo so ko Pentecost umunza basa onim se obeji akunya no ensanguo part of akunya na abeji ye no si ebe konkunya fie ebe gunsa ebe yi apaye sometimes you be twa nkukọ you be twa moa ede agu nkunya no so no part of your responsibility as akunya na abeji ye no and the uninwe nyina na abeji akunya no oji akunya ni wi a ontimi meka ntire obi ase afa unye biem eba sa na empanifo ho fi ho ede anibere abeji akunya na to ade so enti America nim all these things and omo ko say omo ya willing to accept everybody into their country and host the World Cup. So ya agents obe host the World Cup na Andy next say why willing say obetimi accommodate obi a or qualified to be in the country to participate in the World Cup at whatever level, be it a fan, supporters, club and national team administrators,
delegation,
footballers, delegation, all of them they should be permitted to enter the country. See the World Cup in Mauno, once the World Cup in Mauno, one of the conditions say entry into the country by these officials, Obama who quite amomaba. Near the other man we are. I feel me crowd the supporters any fan crowd any they said there be problem. But national team administrators, officials are being denied entry into America. Footballers are being denied entry into America. Now, if there is no footballers, can there be a World Cup?
No.
Can there be a World Cup?
David.
So subjective footballers to about 9 hours search. 9 hours. O search footballers in 9 hours. I think America take it to the extreme. Obianka said, I'm compromising on their safety. Nobody is saying that. Because America is safer. The rest of the world is safe. America acquired the police of the world. Police areas will be everybody is told on in line. It is a bibi kosina America. Enormous strength, etc. About affecting any other country. So we are not in a support Obiabeko America. No bet me acquire the bonibi eti America. Name Mumunandi. referee asemi obey referee just a simple Google search ebe kire say 2025 year or a CAF best referee of the year. Sa referee dey no over America or dey ha America dey no betimi or you known obi anim no so a referee e just say bia why impersonation so I impersonate somebody. We know say or 2025 CAF best referee in 2025. Now the best referee in Africa, the me yani say enye deny no nkura keke o. What the referee was subjected to. Yes, sir. No, almost say the interview no. And lasted for 11 hours. 11 hours later no. Yes, sir. Then ko share private detention room. Oh, Istanbul. Asa na yesa asa na chi Edinaba and the referee back up. I will free Omaya. More air travel ban so no. Sa referee no and the over America. What is the threat of that referee to America?
Well, including the Ebekoswa, I'm in DJ BK. Is BK also your rep? BK Binamha also Namha. Na ye oh my said you walk up and feeling the city of America. DJ, good morning to you. Max.
Yes, sir.
Christian side in you, I mean, you also the answer. I'm the Amonon number.
Julius Melema.
Yeah.
On you serious?
Are they?
I used to like him, but in recent times I say, also a populist or no, who's a DBA being so
no, to trend, okay.
Because in some of Kenya, majority of the bogus. It doesn't make no sense. But you started South Africa. Also, the South African players were delayed, maybe because of their search. And
yeah.
No, South Africa, but you know, Musu be Amfro. And the ABI, I'm not linking it. Or no, ni chrome, no, say aliens, say Jomo, you man, to move through on Comeboy. Say a South African nationals, and they have the right to do whether they have the law for any law for some way.
You say omo delegation ni bonso I didn't omo visa.
Yeah, have they been have the leaders of South Africa no more pretenders or money have they stopped their people from doing that? One say are they prosecuting nkofo na yesan? Omo ye bibiza. Now the whole America on the mem no say a problem. You see the hypocrisy of the black people. And people don't take us serious. We crying yes and go back. Oh, search and there problem. But foreigners who are your brother who even fought for your Friday say liberation. No, you and yes say crowd more. They are being attacked. And see a honor metrim 2 year Iranian for visa entry. Also Iran for so maybe some questions say so money host the World Cup na come America kuna America for bank Iran for be catch say omode ombeso America for ajomata so America mombre nye nkomunye they will even do worse things. Iran kwa they mean they will do worse things. Ani bajawate unse sa aboa ade ne so inside different from say beso yes say ebe yi no say then what I say the Iranians will do worse things and Iran for crime minimum problem. More Iranians no say opel mo a eba diaspora omo United States and so omo does near over 1 million. Omo allegiance to Iran so they can support the team. Now when you be war mbacho utie me no war gidi we. Oh small boy Iran jaya unja me to na wato. Na walk up oba me krom na man tighten your man na oni mo mbela. Unim di omo nyombe. In Iran for the end me ni problem or again. No ka a ball of yeah. Or no, so yeah, Switzerland for striker.
Yeah.
Okay, why not all the Swiss team but don't go? The business our question. Why not all the whole of the Swiss team no but don't go? So maybe obi unim intelligence or more. But just what I say. Because everything they do, they work on intelligence. The intelligence might be true, might be wrong, but they worked on that. So the fact that any the whole team be on no maybe they have an intelligence now supporters now say you refuse some of visas me boy now motor ticket now America for no
hotel accommodation
yeah America for consulate near for his embassy did they tell Obiasa auto ticket about visa what is the point ticket now what on the only I don't know how to put it. That whatever to give you that visa.
Guarantee.
Yeah, guarantee. It's not a guarantee for a visa, but of course it helps in acquiring it. Into what tickets now I know when your visa. Over what book you hotel ticket into Memphis visa now. Yeah, Udi and also to no care about referee no. some artists say Canada force it any. Referee in the end, no swing issue. Also, African, your percent your best referee Bekobi. But without the best referee from Africa, the World Cup will still go on. The issue Mano, but the attorney say referee no mind no free the tabo down so anamibwa. Any say who free wa ye maoma. And you also a referee to mamra saying. And on America they be decides okay, be mo waba ne maoma. And to mo na say ma oba be how mo mo nye say how mo me mo waba. And the tabo ne da hodada. And this is what I'm say. And a referee free our country, he'll be treated like any other citizen. Just America for they feels okay, let's party because he's a referee. But if they feel like no security concerns them more, referee now fear now Kurumambe. And where they're saying yes, a issue. Then Uzbekistan for also yes,
the sniff dogs.
Nandi Utu baby will be rare you shooting you belt in Adina. Is it new? When you are traveling, you do take we did the same thing. Yeah, but no more me passport no more say Asian or who Michael Asian now or Mammy Kate. Yeah, you shoes you belt near Adina. Search they say a part of it. And then you see a scanning. Ebi awujina wa but what I say near the scanning machine scan say bibi on one see obi awa too quiet that be all these things are done. It was Uzbekistan they are play be mom Kates but yeah more Kates be brace because we are player. And finally Scotland for almost say anyomre.
So was it Scotland for no so say almost fans no almost war.
Iraq mami ko Iraq for no so. Enyo mu ni anu Iran for.
Almost on play about.
Na South Africa so many Iraq with issues that Saddam Hussein time. Nto mbe tumi support Iran for. But so what I say. And now why Scotland for almost all my day.
Almost say oh Scottish, you got a Scottish passport.
Yeah.
Or travel to US visa free. Yeah. Because of ESTA program.
Yeah.
But we know the aso mo ko ye no
say be almost what to say Scotland supporters some very rough for America. E be anya bomb antokwa. Scotland for the benefits of Mokonto. Now be them Scotland ni papa ni wona ni pa money o. What I say njo mate some very rough for. Ba ni yen kan ni nyina ambo. FIFA Quran to me kan America said you no mu ya to be anya di nembo World Cup.
Now okay, but because one point I me standing to object here. So, because America, yes, but soon to be running any other country down. Say be Iran for near be a small country or something.
They are not running them down. Ban the territory into Nemran or the Yejuma. And the territory no I say you Ghana na Togo for Baha. Niger for Baha. You bet me say Empel Momonko. Say Nigerians so more Pam Ghana for some time ago, okay. Say Ghana so Pam Nigeria for 1-1. South Africa for mobile see akofa yade. It is a ba me memo. O say the say it as and say Chris Africa ha. Enye hwe no sa na yete. But America dey hwe because we least mistake. Even an enra say even the head of state president in the life is at stake about 2 or 3 times. Omon chrenko vokro intelligently hwa mo na ye. Plan ni free. Into Chris America America collapse here. It is okay to cry. You want them to go to the United States of America. So we need to protect the country. Instead of being in future, we'll be being a chance, Andy. World Cup in America be hosted.
America can do all these things. But me say, Okwa could bid for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Now need the requirement of bidding for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I will accept it. Yeah. Now a referee from Somalia, you deny no entry into the World Cup. Say Somalia man qualifier, then it can be umbe.
Yeah.
Come back Somalia man ma World Cup.
Yeah. For all you know, they've also spoken with FIFA. So because of security consent, he says anything a FIFA and Kasan.
Mami enkomo we conversation we say Yama Chairman BKB Emrem. Na Yinisa enkomo we say on one side a correspondent the USA for this particular World Cup. Chairman, Ghana has said Yama very good morning.
Yes. Andy, mama chi.
Obi ajo so na ukoduru bibia boko ho de.
Ami adum bibia boko ha na. Kobu ya mudidi dia no ana isi unse ha de. I don't for dominate and of course. Enya ni preacher to trouble na radio voice to don't say Artan and air right quite when you whole video or no. I comment on some of these things. Also Julius Malema so then I know to there are a lot of news outlets. So can be out with the blame FIFA for some things. a bit blaming US government. Just a Christians who can't. I said you could do it. I wouldn't so good in India. You want to be, but if you would hear India, I would say some men the only. And it's hard in United. Some we are there, but Andy and some no car. All our hands said the area highway mistake. Kaka, wouldn't say you pull football is not played in a vacuum. Football, you're going to club so. Na, you know, what to do, any BBR. And it may be looking like a peculiar to certain countries. Keke so what's can so kakra countries living so subani on only ye kakra. And also to be affected how the country will treat her on the US soil. Let's not forget the game. The World Cup is not only played. It's not going to be played only in the US. Canada, US, and Mexico. But some more games will be played in the US. So what I say.
Yeah.
And then of course, I mean the US. Remember, US are not in the center of it. World Cup is about 3 countries, but the that. World Cup, yeah. We say you know, US then will be a country because US then has even in terms of the visa, and they can't afford it. Bet 20. I can't say US and Mexico. And Mexico for them will put the US number. So they've never can. And it's that I'm a winner abandoned, but. All the same, the World Cup will still go on, but yeah, addressing issues one after the other, and it's all about the address.
Okay.
So yeah, Shah said you're free. When Shah said free referee, Artan, the best referee in Africa last year. I mean, Omar Artan, a distinguished woman. We are seeing Mubie who said, oh yeah, one of the best referees we have in the world. Now, only he's of a country, under the US travel ban list.
Yeah, Somalia.
And because of that, only someone with diplomatic passport.
Yeah.
To enable him travel or Somalia and Timingo. Oh, maybe a Somalia citizens in common bread or my leader. But there's one thing about the US. My point is say, as much as also tournament near the Ubia money then, they cannot compromise on the safety. So the Christian can the safety of US citizens. And bending rules based on the fact that the World Cup is coming to the US. Because the security implications every time far worse than Ubia dreaming. What I say? You know, into the geopolitical, all those things. Or start talking, but people who are also raising concerns, even about Munich, 82, Munich, usually allies were killed and all those things. And yet, how did it happen? And it's hard to maybe for me, the only part the FIFA had, and they say, FIFA decided that any SRDS, allow now, Madiania, referee, no, uniform World Cup. Because so US amana ma say okay go matches in Mexico.
Yeah.
Say go matches in Canada.
Yeah, sure.
So if they feel that the matches will be referee meeting here, then why not? Because Turkey any yomukoi FIFA calls some mayama referees in be our in heavy. And to call him out selfie because World Cup your referees who are obekobi. But do 1 game or 2 games, go in the computer work and man.
Yeah, no crap.
And then the monthly boosters are, is it an issue, say, maybe a US explaining something to FIFA officials are almost in country, we are saying, and you know, my dad to say, I, and you from Nana. Because referee, they know, we say, only they have power. But in the same game, I mean, there are a number of games. There are games across Guadalajara. Your games across Mexico City, your games across Toronto, because of Vancouver, games in the I'm wondering why Omen decided, okay, fine, be a referee, we know he's good. If I give good and Kiaji Mano, in Jenny, you make restricting the games to maybe a Mexico. Now the searches. Let's not forget South Africa. US no one TV is hard and thing. okay, this issue about South Africa, Russia, China, some conference we don't
yeah.
Oh, and the African countries on military leadership last and Burkina, you know, Nina comes into play, Andy. Until they will do a thorough search because a dream go back and say, okay, players the mobile and sexual will tell you no true and no amount for me you should get your money. But we are count about Indian. Oh, I don't mean Bolo.
Yeah.
Obi was Swiss passport, no, yes, just that. They approve ultimate travel, you have visa to travel to the US. But only the no bookie, Mama, who checks here and some more penetrate. Because there's one thing, US and compromising on the quality, on the safety of their people. Until the World Cup into US be ever good immigration laws for the country to, you know, for people to enter and hurt them from inside. Because they will be paid. One of the greatest years we are seeing in Artan was 9/11. And basically, America feels say, almost a tosli kakadia, almost security no be tosli kakra, and the many years here. And after 9/11 now, America coming in near Brazil, and let's not forget, now the US president will be then you didn't say immigration idea or campaigning or America for Tabaman. It's in your Diagro. Now you care about Senegal for your sexual and then when you Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne,
yeah, so Roron and Pabwena. Exactly.
I understand states because states will moment America control. Some states will create so to now Kusiwa immigration for the high. You say to me, Penny because my body more Virginia in Abu Bako. Ghana in Libya or no, or take Chroma say, Oguta send America for passport. Okusi state to be. Now, I'm saying the Dini will be DB shows and then the moment in the fast, so share them be my run. Any if you was this state also, it is all Bagana and Obako where I could see Atlanta. You see Atlanta. Atlanta, get here. Or for fly for the baby, because send the domestic and don't go through immigration. And it sticks in me, almost many a denkaka, I would do sticks. So it should not be seen as a so and say walk up now say, Sammy, my name because walk up, you man will be and you man, the also. Even in countries like China, when Beijing hosted the Olympic Games, only the US contingent had to be leaving on a cruise ship. They don't free so no maba Yamabi competing on Yomako. Sometimes when the player tensions Bema, Yana Yen candidate Brisa. The free one may run for no. Now and the Chica is a US president ran for Mom. Because according to FIFA, I FIFA and you Kasaya before they even agreed that okay, fine. And they remember World Cup. But the tennis said the visa going to Iran is that they'll be staying in Tijuana. I am Mexico on the border. So they come in the day before they do their press conferences and training and everything. After game, they go back. Because I'm here for the crowd. Because they ran at the point. No one person still US, almost matches. I go Mexico, so
yeah.
And people say something. Mexico now come on one country that no to cause all problem in the US when too inconvenience. But Indian officials who were denied visas to the US are people who have links to the Iranian army. I'm not saying president let charge on March, 30 March or something. Yeah, long actually. Almost on your former commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Army, you say, you come my point. And on Premamba, on point, they say, okay, born here, but when you are a players and everything, essential coaching staff and everything. And over to someone will come to Mexico. So you can be in Mexico with a team, manage the team, do whatever you have to do. But when the team comes to play the US, I'm going to play my home. Because my point is, Obi Obuso or US Biano. Or be inside, no man, no but 10 US more than maybe the person being from outside. Didn't he? When you heard him say, nah, it's going for the next time, If FIFA you be on it, you be mana, World Cup mana. Maybe I'll help you or you be any political tension. But in this world we are living today, everybody's involved in the political tension one way or the other because your country is almost support you, we support you. In terms of and then here can was some, but for Iran has something there. I don't think that case. I mean, the United States need to protect their borders and protect their citizens. They will do it in any way they feel necessary. I remember the citizens of the US are safe during this war.
But with the issue of referee in Somalia, so question will be say yes. Question will be say so US ending when you say or more countries or more travel bans and all that. So imagine say Somalia able FIFA World Cup qualifiers, you know, and Somalia for qualify for the World Cup, just like Cape Verde qualify for the first time. With more travel ban war musono sano nanka FIFA any US abano deny Somalia for no qualification hard end qualification no man say more travel ban into no World Cup no maybe ana.
Me assure say FIFA would have found a way to deal with the US government or probably the Mexico or Canadian government to find a way around it. Only service Senegal, no Senegal, no that travel ban listeners rule.
Yeah.
But Senegal for some US on the BB, then maybe I'm restricted Mokaka, having a special security for the team and all that. And not the need now on me I. About you. Obiti said Somali referee. Whether he was held for about 11 hours. Oh, Miami International.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Miami, Andy, the holiday hub of America. Apart we Miami, Hawaii, California, some places. I don't know penny. Miami soon say if we now no more. Almost security. Miami and Kazakusu Amekai. The first time I came to the US, Miami and McCoy, the kind of security at the airport, immigration there is easy. Being held for 11 hours now, no, last year, you didn't Lucas, you see New York. But you afraid that Lucas, where you know, there was a Omudina Chino, then I could rather him. Lucas stayed there for about 3 hours. I'm question now. Meaning, Sabia the Yomunya BB or the felt random BB no more. Yeah. Oh, so your visa doesn't guarantee you entry into the country.
And because referee, we understand so could draw and yes, I sign.
Exactly. Udru airport. I mean to no more or maybe immigration and I say border patrol and whichever way. Omitting wedding come up, every the entire over the justification for looking to crisis concern home, and here now better, anyone wedding. First, you cried, Momuko, you keep a control. Because all the slow beer. Yet me, Jenny Bacon number, near friend on the Bacon, where you know I'm picking corner, or I do basically play because I'm a Ghana. Oh, immigration laws which should be understood. Maybe because of the open your borders. Ghana open your borders to be a Timmy Bama and then South Africa for getting some food train. Because you're more liberal. But it's not like that with certain countries. So what I say, Auntie, Yentiase, oh, can we qualify? Yentiase, but it's not that easy.
But Mami reading this text from Wankasa Unia Kodobechi and Fama, and I mean the response I had met and was it. I said, nah, Chamo, I don't agree with you on this. Hosting the World Cup comes with rules and regulations. If you can't abide by those FIFA rules, you shouldn't temper to host it. FIFA, in their statement in 2023, football is distinct from politics. Subjecting players and officials into rigorous controls is very bad for the game. FIFA is losing its credibility because of what America is doing. This is a benchmark for chaos. Every country with ego will replicate the same thing. Uti somewhere, America,
rather than the blame should go to the FIFA committee that awarded the World Cup. You can't blame the country that's hosting it.
Okay.
If all kinds of maybe not me tie can't say already you say Omo World Cup get the power. Omo you have this answer over the
Yeah, Kaiba.
I mean all these European countries and what is the Belgium for complaining about such as a job? When Kevin De Bruyne was made to remove his shoes today, what's over complaining? What is the Ghana team? What is the Ghana team are complaining? Say they were subjected to anything at the airport. As the Ghanaians who have traveled here, so because of international relations, so they are very important. There is no country that will feel okay. Now Iraq for going to a problem because now it is about Iran and America and they are at war. And they feel that ultimately use football and funny baby for football in from the room. I mean, no me no my young kind of question one day. There were times, and not yet money so. There were times that teams are called teams to choir. Over team to go for room, et you say. America acquire open, Canada acquire open, if you UK acquire now be France and now be Sano.
No, I didn't see that front delegation.
Exactly. And in the same vein, the US government sees say, among for which may use football in Gofobia room as officials who will be spies.
Okay.
It's almost when they say, nobody who ya.
Yeah.
I say, dear, no, no man. It's your mom, who ya, your man, German officers. Mukrano, you have to come and come from better. You have to try to become a moment and game this a day before the game and right after the game. And they agree the officials of Iran, for instance, the every president, because of the links politically, that is what is causing him. Because by a former army commander, and you name himself once an army person, you're always an army person.
Yeah,
you can be used for certain agenda. In coming to me, primo, the Yasin Abeso, or my idea, then the next minute, maybe baby, no Yakobo, maybe another Yako, maybe Nakapuka. America for to be compromises are and game also doing no more. Still America said they need a referee because of Africa's best referee. But I mean FIFA wasn't making case for the referee and find a way to accommodate the referee through the tournament. FIFA have to bend this and the referee no in every tournament. I mean, who can you blame America? You should blame FIFA. Because in the first place, the United bid won the World Cup. Omubedi and Omubedi is open. People vote in this idea. They should have considered all these factors. Since I've been praying, I say, oh, Qatar. Okay, Qatar made no winning. The West was nominally in support of Qatar because and the entonces maybe commission to show bands anyone. There was a lot of very bad press about Qatar. I mean, Qatar hosted the World Cup. I mean, beautifully. In the same way, South Africa 2010, the Western world was saying, and I read, and then South Africa, I say South Africa hosted the World Cup. I mean, it was so beautiful. It is like that. World Cup beyond some bang, but give them Casabon. We should just hope that Media Bay and Ukraine security will be beefed because America is at war with Iran. Or maybe security because even being at war with Iran, America is the most. I mean, being the most powerful nation and be the most hated. Because someone confirms hope is to see Americans suffer. And the U.S. government's primary responsibility is to ensure that the U.S. citizens are safe, not just the U.S. citizens. Anyone in the U.S. is safe. It also making sure that is safe. And if one person should be denied to ensure safety, they will gladly do so.
Christian, so a question your person will be sounding. Christian.
Yeah, Chairman.
Okay.
My main problem is World Cup no America for ne kobede yan fanshi omunsa yan force omo bede no munim the responsibilities are associated with the World Cup. Yeah, the man we are. You cannot begin to renege on your responsibilities. What they say, Iran cry now no more problem. I just want to ask a question. Sir, Somalian referee no. The threat to America there. One Somalian referee now deny no. What is his threat to America as an individual? Chairman, referee just last year were best referee in Africa. What is his threat to America?
Only answer that question, but the only thing we can talk about are conversations that's come up. Because according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, officially, our states say they cannot admit him due to vetting concerns. Because 11 hours in the Amanant, now you believe some questions. Sending there, okay. Until later, U.S. official alleged that a brand association with suspected members of terror groups. Listen, some of these things, football for. We only look at things from the football perspective. And I said that the best referee from Africa, Uncle. But in any can say, FIFA, in America, I get a lot of deliberations and dialogue. I'm making sure that the main actors of the game, also America move but make more example. America in the US rubber friendly match. We can't present within time. I was at the FE when we were up trying to get a accreditation for the game. So we need to apply for visas. Because Mr. Nyankechi was speaking to someone, Okachene say, when they met the US ambassador, Okachene explicitly say, apart from the players or Mokobo, any coaches, two coaches, coach and assistant, the goalkeeper's coach, they cannot guarantee any member a visa. South tournament in Ghana, your team doctor, Dr. Baba, he was refused, he was denied a visa. Yes, nearby against South Korea, against South Korea in Miami. Black Star team doctor, Dr. Baba was denied a visa. So we have to bring Prince Pambu, who already had a visa, to travel with the team. This is not the first time it's happening. It's because it's the World Cup. That is why a lot of fans is coming about it. We shall seven predators, Dr. Baba, no ties to any terrorist. No, yeah. But and also some whole conspiracy theory. When on any to Ukraine and anyway, I mean, it's a thing for with it. And somebody that is not in any way to say that is the truth. I'm just making a case, but they make a case. Oh, so we bidding for the World Cup, no bidding near the man. Then you had to say, Yabid or bidding the man. FIFA will engagement from anybody with respect to people who becoming especially the main actors. Some predators. I am sure that if America had their way, can Iran for the move is a global. But only FIFA engagement so no man is okay. Iran no players no the more. What I say? The players also there are no only players only tied to the regime and to the military. To the revolutionary guard, yes. What I say? It's different. But when they have official, and they always say they can guarantee visas for the players and the coaches, but not official. Apart from they go through a lot of screening and vetting before you agree allow for you to come. Some players will be legal permanent residents or America. I would say, America had not into a bar. I was America. The person is vetted before he's readmitted into the country. It may be looking like that because yes, I say you ran from the Ghanaian perspective. You ran the Ghana lane cinema, you may just have a problem. But I will say, referee say or like or links to baby. Guys, there was even a professor in the US. I will say when they say a tell when you could try a picture, you could throw the bima or revoking the visa, the visa. It's the immigration. I'm not trying to defend the US, but what I'm saying is that FIFA knew this. Those who went to vote for US to host the World Cup, they knew this. But in the same way, it should also go down to tell other governments that they say, some of these diplomatic some predators. Ghana, they say, maybe come to Ghana to travel ban list this week. So you buy your map you form buy and you don't know what you are about to say. Making steps are making sure says in the Ghana is a travel ban. So which are Ghanaians from the US and say how many of them had a problem at the airport? Because Ghana would impact. Sometimes those things are very important. Ghana would impact. It's Ghana only problem. Some more countries only problem. What I say? It's surprising to know that Christian one chance would do America. They say I would do America airport. Now some people say, have you been to Congo, Somalia, or now I can say yes, I want him over. Because of Ebola, there are a lot of factors. We usually yes, there are people that are denied entry. I'm comforting appeal. One thing they call court. I could appeal the decision. No court are granted say a man maybe a US one manaba. It was also I didn't know Artan. FIFA are appealing because Gianni Infantino is a very good friend of Donald Trump. And the FIFA are appealing. FIFA agreed to America reasons for the man said. Man said nothing they were in the free World Cup. It's again America for catching FIFA for FIFA for G2 say I know ma. Wa bro minister World Cup you Mexico to match or Mexico so FIFA bet decide so he still a FIFA referee joking. You back on no remember base you World Cup referee so base you Mexico no. You remember go referee so base you Canada no. What I say? When it comes to sounding money, US in Canada, Canada, America, nobody. Because the US in Canada, no question for. Some will pay US visa, or Canada visa, no US visa. I mean, chances of getting the bare 95-99% because of family relation. But so with the US visa, you don't even need a visa to go to Mexico. Go to the Canada visa, you don't need a visa to go to Mexico. In fact, there are people who are saying visa crime in Mexico going here. It's FIFA bit to decide it's okay, fine. America knows so many ura. It's here, you may say, you better not call Mexico. They no more kind of FIFA G2 say any about him and in your part of the World Cup. Those are the questions we should be asking FIFA. FIFA should be coming out to tell us those things. But they're the money traitor. We cannot see what is a traitor. The man who has strength now, you want to trust him. You will see it.
My last one. We
find out. Minister Christian, yep, Maxwell, only Maxwell, we will get a about Munich. The Munich, Israeli athletes were killed in this battle. But I will say, how did the people infiltrate into the game village? The school of thoughts that said that. And they were brought in as adults. And some of these security concerns, I'm saying, and try say, against the players went through what they went through, slave dogs, and this animal. But then the the slave dog about. And you name us questions. Man, looking like so be free come the bubble in the ball, something predator. Oh no, you're going to probe so to ball, and then the farm, and then the ultimate. Another bone to be the money.
And going forward, we are sure say next World Cup will be or maybe a debemani biano. Yanshe or Maya or ne international community relationship no and so bad because one share the next World Cup ekoma or maybe or no senior America or problema. That country may take this precedence as a revenge and may prevent America as a country. So America zoom run crew
on any affiliates
and even their team.
America, America affiliate World Cup name. Because the point is that only say we are coincident countries are with the US passport only have a certain no countries will because the UK passport. This only international traveler. I mean, being quite cheap. 2010, I've called 2010 in Angola. BBC journalists, about 5 of 10 of them, they denied them entry visas. BBC. I don't know what story about them today. Only deny another prayer. Okay, all I'm saying is say. The Denmark country, next World Cup is going to Spain. Next World Cup is Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
say Mexico, Spain, Morocco, Portugal. Spain, American have this as well look Spain. American have this as well look Morocco. We have this as well look Portugal. America can decide on team. Some of them safety, and they can even decide not to go play the tournament. If they decide to play, they can decide that they will make team national baby. And the man of Beijing. In Beijing, only the man on basketball team, no more because LeBron James, a lot of the athletes decided to pull out because we feel that the tension was too much. The American contingent, no one team Beijing, no one team. They were living on a cruise ship. Hey, see, so. I want to let you let you. I'm about the convention of my country. What is plan I say? Because they found that it was the only way to protect Omokofo. And then the country is almost banning in Iran. I'm also about their security for the team. This I don't know. Now, some friends, that guy in the team, national security, you are tied to the team. The only thing is that don't international rules there, you don't be allowed to carry a weapon or foreign land unless you have a special arrangement to be with the government. So I'm going to now. Now the teams are going to team security. Team security, also police or military person. But the point is that when the military person is linked to a child group, a Christian, who we are, let's say, and then tell you let's actually watch it for a year and a half. Uko US visa form this one. What church on one seminary, you know? There's a last part here. Yeah, no. It was all linked to the terrorists, why? Or you're linked to any army, are dealing firearms, why? Maybe I'll go to no. Normally, in America, you no. It is a oba, we do a mobile, so you saw some nagas, yes. A horror, you have too much young chance of walk away near doctors and them, near Busabusa and some, and almost say, Uremua, Omobatoma, Omom. Some gold born, I will come home. Unless say, and go for Yahoo, you know, a Yimaniko call to no Mukoye, or Jiko or the same Muno. Let's ask medical back say, what did the US government tell FIFA? FIFA G2 was on Pablo, you free World Cup.
Chavo, answer ni be jauma kono with enkomo ayedie nyina ne issues surrounding World Cup no. What they could do ewa America. Okoe no ohwe atmosphere no any preparations na. Say na near City would just a day to the kickstart of the tournament.
Well, I only was a really historic World Cup because it's the first time it's being hosted by 3 countries. And then I didn't hear you, but it's going to be the most expensive World Cup. So, you're willing to over World Cup, it means that you are willing to spend a lot of money, right? You're on conform pay tickets to watch certain games. When you say games, you will cry. And the tickets massive. That's what you will take it to the all-star tour. Ticket to a tour, $150, $150, no tour, maybe $500. But if sometimes when you are playing some game, it is also autonomous. Take the bit to be 600, not to be 1,000. That's I say. And then you know World Cup. People are coming. I mean, when you walk up malls, you see people in their colors. And a lot of the designer brands also are. I mean, who's will be a Ghana? The other Ghana will be a Ghana. Because he go boss fire Brazil, or my France, or my Italy. Me sure some more playing with Italy for me, but Italy I'm sure. All those things. They all Ralph Lauren, so I don't know. The euphoria is there. People are eager to watch the World Cup, especially Ghana for the also Ghana games, no. And the great news are Ghana for Ghana. And it's a Canada game, no. We understand that the vice president will be there weekend, maybe. Ghana register if you want a ticket to watch the game. Minimum confirms on my ticket. Some brothers say you have 20 tickets. I thought about it. What I say, you have 2 tickets. But you go all Canada with your ticket. If you will be uncle, or FIFA Potano, so or 10-party sites and so on, working. When you're preparing any ticket, as I say, the President Wakano, UK said, too much. It costing government $11,000 per person for 3 Ghana games. No, as America, 3 Ghana games. The people even staying way beyond the. I mean, I say, supporters have been doing a day before you need Panama. Normal Panama, we sure some crowded their transport common flower, come back because I mean, depending on where they are going, say be a Worcester cry, Worcester Bay, Kakabebe, and Canada, Kakabebe, our 4, 5, 6 hours cry. That's it. Now the Boston game now. Maybe on Madaho, I want to go about Pennsylvania, and then Kaka. But I don't know more share the cry now. I was checking $11,000 per person. Then I buying to me for over 900 to 1,000 people about and spending that much in 10 years. The tickets in the bank for Ghana for no more Amanonino, which is great. But the mode of sharing and their problem. I was a Canada fund link to Gaba, Cornwall Philip. Me, I'm going to Philip also. My Philip also saying in Camina ticket to be free now. Now, Camina ticket now, then give the trade. Was that if I find the Amon, no one. I just say, you know, Ghana will be Philip say if you are baby. Oh, that is about for your concern about the mode of sharing. I don't think Andy, the world is ready for the World Cup, and personally, I would love to see. I mean, this is going to be the greatest because 48 teams, more teams are playing the World Cup, more teams. But I never quite sure Ghana 14 Ghana going to the next stage. And quite unfortunate. Setting Ghana, yeah, Honduras game na 0-1. They said to say Honduras want to pull out of the friendly. But Why did Mojidi pa this World Cup?
Sir.
Oh, Mojidi.
Nazo the Black Stars no minim se bi yi mampanyi fi or mamzo wo Mojidi chen obi akabia oni
Mojidi say Ghana will qualify for my group. Say we just need to beat Panama. Only World Cup with the money them say qualifying from your group is not that difficult. Oh, it's a say there can you know the Canadian countries here. Just tell it to you. What I say? 32 no, none qualifying thing.
First and second.
Because first and second. And no. When the second, when the first and that second, Kofi. But at this time now, 48. They're trying to say first, second, and a third for the one. So they're not.
Yeah. Na enukra wo ke kra be half kon since omode no ba ya third for me qualify na dey aye din how much more you walk up afcon
send any baby aso odin ya ka bibia omzo munti se ko fa coach ni nyaadi bi aka de pam no mo so mo pam no enu nti ne ko ntimi bobo against ni je ya se bu ayen qualify go bibia na the coach na 30% dubility anu kwa che na adwen wa na wo fo but enu de even say no tonche but World Cup de ya ba ya tired de. Oh, World Cup 2014, Yantian could be on that group, and 2022, Yan could be on that group. But points are in last World Cup. Imagine that if the World Cup was taking a year, 3 teams, I said, you qualify because we beat South Korea. Oh, we beat South Korea, unfortunately, to Uruguay and Portugal. This time, and the Ghana and the Mujidi African teams may add. Would you pass African team bad? For instance, Morocco, Brazil is going to find Morocco because Morocco born on Mobondi is here. I mean, the highest ranked team, the 7th ranked best team in the world now. They are playing so well. Morocco, I think Morocco to qualify from Group C as one of the teams because Brazil, Chile, Scotland. Morocco will beat Haiti. Scotland cannot beat Morocco. Oh, that's not great. Now, Mr. Ketwebi, Group D, okay, me for this and I'm going to okay, take it. Now, Ivory Coast, on Group E, you know, Ivory Coast will be able to qualify. Ghana, your group will never qualify from our group to the round of 32. Egypt to qualify from their group to the round of 32 because Egypt, New Zealand, Iran, Belgium. Countries are mini GD, we said Senegal say we do qualify from their group. Countries are mini GD, Cape Verde, South Africa, Tunisia to a certain extent. They are going to say I take them to qualify from their group. And all the 16 teams normally by the all mean have come to the next stage. Oh yeah. But African teams also are going to the criminal beings here. to the next stage. Ghana, they also they support them. So Ghana to be share Panama. The first game now, it will build the confidence of the players, and I'm sure a game against England will be very, very interesting. And a quick one, Ansana Mojamino, Andy, Ghana Football Association and the Black Stars officials and taking a firm decision. If the England national team players decide not to greet Thomas Partey, not play beyond Joe.
Okay.
You should take a decision. Say, Ghana should decide. Say England play a beer decided so on Thomas Partey. Ghana team knows who be a England player.
Sanko, Mamma or Yikaka never to a Como so. Sub position ya okay, now do now consensus. So what if Marble internet now on the day? Because you say on the day, Captain, your Jordan are you? Or nobody catch and says, and Chanibidi was on the side, followed by the goalkeeper, and Sanibia, Party Beba, or no sweat me. What if Jordan as the captain? Or you knew say you bet China, so Munchia, no Mokochana. But later, from anyone I'm reading, I say the Ghana Football Association, so air plan, I say, Ombema Party Mum, Ababijina, the first position.
Exactly. On the bit first. It was not first, one China, Ghana will be on. Because when you some fool, they say, and whatever you can see, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, some men go court. Who to what them are judging? Asam Nipano obey Asama Tonoso. Nipano to call court or something, yes, sir. It we are Canadians. You think court will be determined, say. Nipano did them, I know before. Until some court will catch you as anybody before. Untimi, also sudden predators, Obia is what Kunipa. I actually in the act crown. You never quarter. What I said, you never quarter. You must see you prove more beyond around before. But then you 4 years, same psychological, you be normally bear not to Ghana for us. Yes, your mom feels you're psychologically very strong nation. Thomas Partey is leading the team on the field that day. Thomas Partey do. Oh yeah, England. I say
Hurricane,
right? Hurricane, yes. Now Hurricane also in Thomas Partey. I'm on the no. Last time playing in answer from when you say I need a call. Obia. Yes, you call because on Partey area. I didn't also know way. They did the same thing to Mason Greenwood. Why can the system be doing this to people? Say the very moment I asked them about the fund to be guilty. How? And no man, I got trouble for the man and say, you are innocent until proving guilty. I just hope that Kreku and every people are listening.
Okay. You mentioned that, so we'll get you closer to the Black Stars team now. Also, I bet Piquet reports and so Eddie Fringe. I'm sure by this time I'm more prepared for a Canada trip because game me on next week Wednesday or something. Yeah.
Definitely, you will be in Canada. And I said, I'm Canada, and so the crowd said, now say, Chubby be open so, Santiago de Cura, Santini, or Canada. Also, Canada for us, that woman's our friend, so big greasy ASR game. No, reports just said, I think the weekend there will be a dinner. Was the enemy vice president, Grand so alcohol.
Yeah.
Into Canada for the Omutai, I mean, enjoy, say, 2-4 but this had in Black Star match and some of it twice for every twice and a very huge you know Canada Toronto all the other places. I'm sure so many now beg that if you could just say no Morris no all those guys no me now beg that chief mo will coming with 2 for no more they will coming and the Black Stars team. We are just hoping that we can have our first win on the Canadian soil here the big room of Boston.
Thank you very much, Chairman Bryce Kankambo. Any bra when ya minim say ya eda so ya anaju say ahomache so ewo baby I will be eda say okay
this side there I see having about 725.
Okay ti bibia ni e be san so aba waso ani abaji nchim ya da se bebre. All right, I'm just for Chairman Bright Kankambodu and Edin Komo all the way the United States of America and also Aboyi Nchirimu with regards to Nkoma na Yeshasi conversation is as Yenra And Maxwell,
it makes it very interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
But
very interesting.
I'm explicit. Said America will not bend their rule because of anything. As they will not do it, so nobody should waste. America, that's how they are. And a FIFA crowd, they don't have what it takes to even tell America what they want to do. They can't do it. Say Ghana and I say Congo, but I say Togo, fine. All these countries, Nana make happy say Iran is a small country. People seem not, but when Iran compare America, it's small. Because America by size, by population, by might, by economy, everything. I mean, the entire assembly or A, B, C, and people also want to make it D, E. Iran and America, comparing them. Iran is a small country in every sense, in terms of population, in terms of military might, in terms of advancement, in terms of economy, in terms of BBR. So they are there. So I think, sir, yes, if we are going forward next time, say, World Cup, no matter, but who say he who feels it, Ebronica say he who feels it knows it. I said, me problem and your problem to wait, I'll be huni differently, but a whole problem. And but also tell him, now the way pan and nipa way, but he who feels it knows it. You ever walk up no? Now you're trade yeah, but
I could better say or trend that. World Cup in the China. A big issue now, so China, South Korea. One day. South Korea, China,
and China, who still World Cup. America, America, a book game New Year, your flight back to America.
And North Korea. And North Korea.
America, virtual.
One thing you should also understand is, Christian, all over the world, almost all these countries still respect Americans because they are help on their nature. They help each other in that way.
Mama, so we say to us, Mama, you have a quick discussion and something about Lucas. So now, none Christian raise you concerns with protesters Ewo Mexico ahead of the World Cup. Teachers who are almost standard of living. Now, Udima dia on my sakwe. Mami, almost protest ni pictures ni be name here. Game no opening game no channel. The Estadio Azteca. And a game no Baso.
And hosting 1986 World Cup final.
Yeah. Almost as stadium no crowd Pele and the Maradona nyina qualify to World Cup open to opening the game no. Pay tribute to 1986.
It was one of the largest stadiums in the world until recently.
Renovating
now teacher for no quiet protest no around the stadium and quiet teacher almost starting on my day as a still in view I didn't walk up into my room go and never my dear Kosovo and across the streets are leading to the Azteca Stadium. One way on Facebook, over with some of the images. And no block, no we had to do was as some no if you
or my be our nehow, no be our nehow. And if I just say, into the end, you'll be how, you'll be how. In any case, on say, abrofono. Or democracy, they understand to the point that when citizens a demonstration, who say, a good thing because they are partaking in the governance or the building of the nation process. No? A hana say we demonstration. You say sebi ebi omoya beifo and also move. That's how it is. So the more people do demonstrations, no, although it put pressure on the government, they don't know what they are looking. They put pressure on the government to do it. And the demonstration almost so say omaya yemfio manami. It's almost so had time a year opportunity like a very good time on between the eye. This is the time of the whole world air home no more and to begin your attention. For example, ebinazia ne
ordinary link teacher for Mexico you protest and
exactly the Mexican government quick because Charlie ebia manye bibia meji din boni ama World Cup they will be forced to want to do it. Majority it was all to say be your models your bed displays or my young coaching for bronco no in those areas no more democracy the more people go on demonstration and all that Nandi then the government look quite happy say they are partaking in the governance or the building of the process no more but hano even I became in your friend says I suppose guys quite crowd moje paper na paper no more so okay yeah paper no more that's how they are. But I think what the almost say Morocco so ye be okay.
Yeah, for
Morocco so yeah AFCON ye be Moroccan citizens.
Almost citizens now. Say hospitals. Ne near me hospital. This boka after.
Say teacher for.
Gaza
Teacher for it's a time. Who said this is way demonstration? Who said doctors here demonstration? The bia. So Krobia. Juma yense dem ti omo kai. Because Obetim did the same qualification out the teaching field. No, we similar qualification our other level, and that person is paid higher than you when you have the same qualification.
Isn't not the risks, maybe one factor the risks involved in the work they do. To say they are the health workers, for example. Like if it's will be a minor, well, the chemicals maybe as a form no work on, chemicals no use in into the risks involved are high, so they will be paid higher. To say be a necessary
biology lab, a chemistry lab, chemicals now will be also exposed to the same chemicals. I think it is not right. People should be. I think that I do my back. I say nipa dosu the teaching profession. And it to pay them well very difficult. Who's a Caribbean school?
Yeah.
So Caribbean school on my chest, Caribbean teacher. Benya Caribbean and Benya hospital any ho. It is 10 towns. No meaning now 1 hospital. But 10 towns no. Biabe school. It Biabe teacher. The teacher for numbers in the door so to the point that so we increase teacher for salary by about 10%. Now over the amount of money I will be used to be able to do that now. A bit me a police for the simple baby.
Now you have a conversation on referee and Komoya na yedi Omar Abdul Kader Artan. And the situation and our airport our Turkey or fly and renumere and I know returning to the crew. But before so no be fly now conversation be about Canada for say America no deny entry or there obetimi any consular around the world Ghana ha obetimi aba no ababeje or buy be a Canadian embassy obetimi granting visa. Now work up going American kwan ebo ometimi na be officiate match of Vancouver any ade. That was from the Canada or Prime Minister. Now referee no are returning to Nukrum Somalia. Now what a welcome.
It's your man and say a baby was so man and
what a welcome. When my mom info be the account. Now trying to remember welcome nibi right from the tarmac nisu all free plane mobile abemum penim for cameras I did chi on be camera do anomde Somalia Franca ni guni kum and our pictures na abemum penim for welcome no. Sir, I'm proud of him, even though said they know also quiet and to go said and run Christian can the first Somalian referee and Kobe officiate a game World Cup and then tomorrow on Facebook and YouTube no video ya can was won't say referee bedru any dominant bem penifua na obudin a chenya asem ketwa na onim say owie no almost organize a huge press conference at the amano with a lot of media men and media referee no sir on camera we are seeing Nanti, even though no Kasa at the airport, I will take Istanbul airport, but I feel no be doing the crew. On church mu onka the ekosia how do go to just say 11 hours. No detention. Near question for 11 solid hours. Near gusu question. Even with that transport, yes, sir, we shouldn't forget. Okodru US wo. I know sign no man about Turkey. And I know Kaswa Okodru the crew. Na unim say Okodru no. And when I make a say referees are FIFA are appointing for this World Cup no. Anya we crown $100,000 after a World Cup on Sabit Yaka. Unu say one businessman ewo Somalia akache referees say $100,000 no obi tria dia man.
Yeah.
Even though say World Cup no ankobi and we are aware say sa na Bible ntini say referees omo no scout anya crown Sabeka no $100,000. Some businessman out to say ono abetua sika no e dey ma referee even though when your opportunity to officiate the FIFA World Cup. No referee no more on Facebook on one kasa rezo kasa no mo betumi translate mo amuti ase de betumi atiase kama me ne Christian Maxwell e bi aye ntiase but yentie referee Omar Abdul Kader Artan abra no address the media with happenings ebaya ema osaso returning ewo South and so ba Somalia.
ورحمة الله وبركاته صباح وناكسن لما ضد كمشن سوميلي هذا وما علينا جيرده حلبانده شعب الصوماليين دليرده صحافته كل جيل وحاربه وحي وراء ودي لها واضح واركتين لكن وحاربه سبونيه إلى ضلكينا شعبكينا الصوماليين دولتين وما عليه يبستاد جوده تغيير جوده بناك وحكي شيء وحكي بدن وحكي ذلك قبنا marka wixii dhacayna waa dhacayna qadar waaye marka FIFA na si fiican ay support gareysay oo ay taageertay oo maaragtay ilaa had
ti referee ne ene bisa format no on the referee the Artan to one kasabat this is referee Omar Abdul Kader Artan and okodru the chrome said o musimane heroes welcome no na nyasem ketwa and almost etimia welcome in Sophie Stadium no so na be host the opening game it was USA. Now, over the stadium, no, almost Russia say your preparations. Last week, and America say, Mexico, no much as there, preparations. No opening game, no so, US, no, Sophie Stadium. No, can say, as at Enra, no much as here, omoye arrangements, Nina Kama. Now, Otuado America, unse FIFA, excellent, no, Eka, FIFA's technical study group, be man of the match from every game, and be team of this round. Player of the tournament near the Adina no. Otuado ka ho anope me ho Otuado. Me no ka se o US training na ahodo a course no. Former Black Stars coach Otuado ejina mu den a twese ono so ehwe said nema enso ebesi akonti World Cup no nkomo no na stories no edo but nkomo de edimo e dia fa World Cup no ho ti ene de ma me fa we so ma Christian mo na afi no minti o madwen chansan ya ba fishem ne so na Saturday Tuesday Edona Fiorentino Perez be ka say or the 150 million euros ebeko player bi wono na odeko Atletico Madrid Julian Alvarez na Atletico for say Madrid for the serious Madrid for na bi say Fiorentino press line now you know mu say adia no e niema mi no almost say one e you ko say mu no say ba say and two almost because he made a promise prior to elections, it did also be. Now, when was the last time Madrid Eddie offer come at team reject ya Madrid for this statement? Babonte. Basa for that power line. Almost the same. O same. Change so raising market. 150. Say, let's go for Enrique Serrazo. 150 million 1 year. Ultimate gas over 100 no 120. I didn't say
transfer and the player has to agree with his agent. Say team way na member and no negotiate. Without the consent of the player and the agent, you can't go to a club and negotiate for a player. Where we work with you about for a player and so on, but what will you do? But
one thing we shouldn't forget is through we first player nakaso or Basa
exactly.
But in the other ways, no, or Meka se onyamado da ombo.
Yeah.
As Sebia. Obi to say Lamine Yamal any other players o maka say Madrid just omu shebi no.
Yeah.
Julian Alvarez no o meka da say Madrid no ombo. But waka say onya Barca obebo.
Nti the team na player no so obebo ne ne negotiate. Say player nkasa about team I only negotiate on day. Uwe na player na kasa ombo team na what do you do?
Okay, what you say be Madrid for so ko na Atletico for no ehus kan ye no musa player no so obebo a.
Debi ye ndru ho.
No me they okay and I miss me dey busa question.
If conditional enundru ho de da ho ne say where has the player decided to want to play and on benegos nti be a player na Madrid for so aka say onya Madrid or be nti na Madrid for so afase then that one we don't know, that might also be a reason. But what I'm saying is that before a team negotiates with a club, na say the player now has agreed I'm a green light majority I say but we know and the normal. And I think say Emma game near there. Also my case once in Emma Ghana game near Guni say those times he be season no ye coach still ho ye ko don but ye ko abanga ho. And no cry now my season a whet appetite for the season there but this time because be akofa first and second be so before the season starts then the thing is already dead. Usha history even Leo Messi also no growth hormone deficiency or more munyi from or bread or for but nyet achacha no send yanko for can. Internet Barcelona acquiring a surgery that was £5,000. na Barcelona form person be. It was until after say agents na catch almost say Real Madrid for person more fat boy no and son or more Barcelona G2 akwe. Again, so Alfredo Di Stefano. It was Barcelona who went for him. But when Obedru Spain, because of General Franco, not a dictator, no more use the power na state in one. And Omuji Di Stefano and Okobo Real Madrid. And Real Madrid cried J, the Champions League first 5 and a European Cup at so 5. But what people also don't know is say the team and knocking Madrid out from the 6 was also Barcelona. Anybody who disputes should also research. There was a draw and Barca 1-2-1. Now a free bar. Johan Cruyff no. Barcelona co-founded by Madrid went in to want to hijack the process. But then Johan Cruyff has already decided so person walk again Diego Armando Maradona. Barcelona for co-founded a River Plate on a world record. And also all by Madrid also teach name. But that time and to me I'm fat. Now okay David Beckham. Laporta koye ne campaign so we need for the Beckham but said ya we are oh bibi omo to abani we ya yekote ya Perez afetch the Beckham call Real Madrid. It's nice we coach and the then so quickly na so call France and call Ronaldinho Gaucho Edeba. And at that time also okay so almost so for Luis Figo. Odi no cry to chance so Beckham Toni Kroos offered himself for Barca. But surprisingly, Omoye fast and me who as more money kind and Obepoma Real Madrid, which really worked. And yeah, Neymar. Almost every team went there, including Chelsea and all that. And Madrid even topped the money. They made everything possible, said Neymar Beba. But Neymar decided, said no, we're choosing to be a person. And yeah, okay, I mean, Papa. Oko, it's not presidential boxing. And the issues by some person in the casa and no to me, Bebo. Players beat to say, even Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Adegule, Endrick, Dina Barca and Dean can make it approach you. But now Madrid is here, and Omoje all those players by. Into what I'm trying to say is that it builds up your friend said the competition. And Madrid, no, they're obsessed with Barcelona. That is how it should be. Just as Barcelona also obsessed with Madrid. That is how it is. Into idea in history, so the good thing is that so yes, Andy. And my attention going into the next season, no, yenya bibi to talk about the league. Yenya bibi to talk about league. That is very good. And finally, here this season, say here Julian Alvarez, Gavidal, Bernardo Silva, Bastoni, and Don Fraser. Also, Barca for the said these most of these guys now are more target. We are Madrid so called say some players now so you're more target. So it is something that has been there for a very long time. The positiveness say it makes the league very interesting. Because Macatro say Barca and Madrid no, irrespective of the rivalry, they need to do something. Where they need to think ahead as to what to do to bring the Spanish teams back in dominating Europe. And Andy, that's how it is. But Julian Alvarez, I said, me catch it or that. I say, issue the bad, me catch it. Say, Julian Alvarez or Bebo Barca because of Messi factor. Eh, they are not saying Messi. They say, boy, Kobo Barca, my. And I say, Barcelona team no so. On say Brazil, ni Rafinha is doing well, but Omuni Argentina ni Bia. Owoma ono so beji dini bi nte dia Messi din safa ni 3-1 Obama jina na ese mu jina yi eno ane de wom
Florentino Perez no we politician and say obi enka asem kire o say ade wi me manya wunya de waye no o ade ba ko pe so ono nsa nka player na e be very difficult for Barcelona to also get the player. Now, me na me ton madie. Jake ebaye no. Wabre me 100 million. Oh, me say me try me ton. Then must affair chire abre me 150 million. If I decide to buy her, Andy, I am not going to listen to Jake again. The Florentino Perez I no. Say player me kra no na me dwen say player ma didi here. O hwe Madrid set up na. Julian Alvarez no player ma didi here na. Madrid inside here sa, but he's trying to make things very difficult. Say Artan enko Barcelona ho.
Na Atletico for 150 no man ya say. Na ko betua na so mundia.
Na some Madrid betua. 150 betua. So the Florentino Perez they said they be. So Jaima Artan ko Barcelona enko kan Barcelona squad ni ho a. Then Barcelona will be much more stronger than they used to be. So what do I do? Me nkoya de a se me kra me san ka player na. Player no e be very difficult so be call Air Barcelona. Now maso me no ya green. E bia player ni say Barca na me ko. Una ya Atletico Madrid ona. Obi 150 million aba. Abrante so beko Barcelona there. Then Barca must also meet that 150 million. ATM will not listen to offer Biana less than 150 million because Obi 150 million aba. Now, on Spain, the Spain much complicated. Also, ATM for the laughing emojis. Ever to time when they say Madrid is Edison. Now, so who team one? Atletico Madrid to Julian Alvarez 2024. 81.9 million pounds. 81, put it on record. They bought the player from Man City around 81.9 million pounds. ATM Ekoto player run 20 million. Now after 2 years or more turn, you know how they sell their players. And player or more turn this match, you know, they are not going to listen to offer Biana less than 150 million. Fatu trim. Now, in a worst case scenario, Spain player the cast obeko. Not team no enya willing say obeton player na. Spain yema simple. The uhian say obeko La Liga headquarters. Na player no buy out clause no wakwakotua. In fact, normally any player in the tua o. Any team ne kotua o. Utua player no. Na player ne de ko player no aton no fi contract no. Na La Liga for no etua sika no ama team no up into the team account no. The moment na La Liga betua sika no to the selling club no accounts no player no a free agent. Just what told home every contract no. The man Julian Alvarez the near complicated is that he wants to leave. ATM doesn't want to sell. The only option is to meet in the buyout clause. What do you mean the buyout clause? 500 million. 500 million. You know, I never acquire ATM is that, and it's out to idea na several buyers bahua. What to idea no? It goes to your benefit too. So idea back open, na bounce over better. You listen to that one person alone, but once I'll be different buyers, no, Andy, who are tono, you exploit the buyers and get the highest bidder. So Madrid Abemuno, Senan Kabasa crabbe to me the 130. I could far brand to Fred Julian Alvarez. Now, ATM will not listen to offer less than 150 because to be new 150 bar almost so monton. Now, I'm not directing Real Madrid for say, we are willing to buy a brand now. No problem. I'm not directing say the buy out clause no honum. Just go and pay the buy out clause and take the player. And 500 million. Basa they were laughing. Basa then they were laughing. What's your statement now? I want to say Madrid almost more than they laugh at Barcelona. So Florentino Perez no oye nipa boni nipa papa player no mpeno oyiano. But on manin ko Barca. The person who ya say player no and catch me. Julian Alvarez is he a player that we need?
No, president also
he is not a player. He is not the player that you need because
also Ohiano.
Very difficult for the player to go to Barca. The Oyano no. Yeah, who the plans in
Mama,
from say yeah. And Jason Bedu.
Okay.
Also go player one. Yes, we are seeing.
Sikaba. Oh, refuse. No, almost kind of Modia Stadium, Nasa. He's also go place Cameroon Bay Stadium. No, they will away. Yababa, if he's a missionary, Baby Dinko, Mamenka Sano Pay, young Fanasium, Utieme, na we administrator, any Facebook, a page, and I said WhatsApp, a group be administrator, Telegram, and our admin. Mr. Memo number we phrases here because gaming and lottery opportunity be and so about them. We hear dear Quanso, and I'm making Mr. So, oh, yeah. Administrator our Facebook page be aye WhatsApp aye group be and also be a Telegram group be and our members thousands we are friend number we say 0242 046 285 0242 046 285 Nadine community see a opportunity can see and I'm the ma we try to be help mo amunim trebo and mo amunim tre ye and mo atima yedma shop no e wo aye patasi opposite Wacha branch and a shop no wo ose mo amubotre mo amunim tre ye no and wo pemo baby a obeda e free just free accommodation and what my number be friend 0541 401 757 0541 401 231-757. Sanso ena mamenka say ye ton dan a 5-bedroom finished house and ye ton ewo Chronom Red Park behind Adonko and as Angel Industrial Company Limited. Ye ton dan the number was offer no 0545-388-553 0545-388-553 offer ye bejo so ene wo enso estimate nkomo Pepsodent SMN can say do the two Yakofaba na you can't Pepsodent do the two nature say oh brush anopa no brush enumre your friend Pepsodent do the two because of a Juma Pepsodent intimidated so be a koto a toothpaste was a top Pepsodent papa you deliver one ediaba do the two brush anopa ne brush enumre nema say and so no num and so entiapo nebi bia enkosu enfaba kama maminka sem na ye kase latest film ese enkoso ane enkai mu say ba mattress awoda so na we nya papa na so a o koda relax ba ba wie no obeda sorry wo se wabre obeda sorry na wo mfenye oya okon ya wachi oya because enkofo bi ayen pabone for ba kromo say ya ye won say inferior materials and omode ye mattresses on say nansan Ghana Standard Authority etu omo so sa am ye hu san enkofo ni nyina me ba to latest from there Ubisa Ghana Standard Authority for Meka Josa omode ne ya pawo eno mu use from nankasa no mu use e de mattress into da so a eno kwasa support wo ma utimi daye wo be sorry wo den no akọ adwuma kama and latest from there omo so de omo ya adwuma close to 60 years in na wugidi years say omo adwuma no enso ani ankempa mo omo ba ya omo yen pa bonfo nya ne apam wo ya tu omo nyina so sa latest from Company Limited jomo mattresses to be na so sizes ni omo obi omo so eba omo chese omo showrooms nso dia Ghana ha ba bia be fa bia no obehu latest from omo showroom no akọ wo kuma se omo number no 0322029365 0322029365 and Accra phone so be for 0302231155 0302231155 na uno mo enso enkasa Africa Logistics and Shipping services for we be a from China aya na wo ship ya ba Ghana your problem de ba wana Africa Logistics abadi amasa nipa no yes de ye small parcels ye group small packages ye group ni sana wankasa no anya afi na obekwa bo ema wo save you sika ye full containers dedicated FCL shipping ye sanso door to door ye pick up our China near deliver our Ghana de amount ye fast clearance hassle free customs clearance our Tamaport so Africa Logistics ebe ye nyina kama e de amount ye warehouses mienu our China you and Guangzhou and over Ghana Tama and afi Kumasi line no esanso your WhatsApp line 0536735393 0536735393 now ni Africa for enso entumi enkasa na bibia enye kama enso Obstacle Enterprise mesi oye any building project na drew aya tiles drew tiling aya wall tiles and I say bia floor tiles your tiles papa from aya triford any castle different color shapes designs different sizes no ninya na kofa bia benti se wo dwene tiles there also Obstacle Enterprise e board so there kama papa art se woto a obehu se unu ho kra me so from also Obstacle Enterprise so the number my name ope omachi akwan a tano so opposite aya palace no edum omo 3 branches bako adjacent Ajaba Jewelry bio edum opposite post office ana edum nso as omo be campaign na himfio udro report junction county hospital opposite omo ho ye line no 0244 458 542 0244 458 542 na odomo enso entumi emonkomo na bibia enye kama enfo nyame yadma on Wednesday 24th of June yenyina ye de ni chemu ewo KNUST we de efikasia 2472 ababio ena oso otonsa de afre obia se nyankopɔ ya adoma KNUST enya 75 years enti eye dwumade kase enso betumi akoso chese we no enya asem kweto akra enti nyame ya adoma 24th eye Wednesday 24 June ewo great one upon night na chese etimi enso ihye so kama ti obia emfansion calendar so se nyame ya adoma ye nyina ye ko support eye otekokɔ so na chese dwumade kase no enso akoso so no ena eye chancellor edema eye KNUST enom eye sede ho nkomo enso esiete ma meni nkomo we mra beba na mabeto aso enso de madam hye no se obaje clean sand soap no ede ahoro nsa maka to se 99.9% no ene kum germs ene bacteria enso de onwo ene de onwo nyina no eye clean sand soap eye GC brand papa auto aya to be efama onamfofo ene o family because obi ade bi ohoro ne nsa ene bebo meko eye grace gift aso eno medi nkoma ba ye ba na ye de fishem no abeto aso ono be Kofi Adam sakasa ne nyama ekoso wo parliament nyina no ni nyina ye de honsem enso brem right after enkomo we efri eye grace gift Dr. Gabi wa asedok e makwaba
obedi me joso
bibia bokọ de
yankopon adom
ye de nyame ase ye ni nkomo from eye grace gift na he na mode efa
open ye better say Grace Gift Taba Clinic and Laboratory Services egusu eye adwuma na de kan de bia no emese se wodi wani ba behwe amanfo a edi adanse ye fa ayaresa a se bi omonya ho a na se wani ense wo ka kire e kire se yade be na wodi baba Grace Gift sane ya na ye nim ye fritititi from abu akwakwofo odua ayi be wie wo hwim nyina ani akra no saa na eguso aye adwuma se mpo de metimi aka se ya tre ntaban mu ama enuro no ababe tatahwe ayaresa no emo ababe din ama yade no se munya especially ona wonya ndwudwe anase difference stroke no se kura de oba wa onche tiniye pa oba wa enche na chase wa yeden wa sorry agina edona no onam ena sebi ayaresa yede ma no so sebi anu onam mesrao se yade bia wo yade bia no numbers me di tudwa bomode na frɛ yen se ye bema a sebi onu anga se hunu se nani asi echi etwetwe no okasa na no chia ana oyoba nani achi etwetwe no na okasa na no chia eboa oka ne techerema oka na no chese ne night ayi ni titiri ne nsatimi sensen onu hunu se ni baabi ayemo ayi ni du obi o wa nanim ase baabi ayi du baabi achia sebi impreduasa we mu nyina symptom ana sign ana sentrene di manjojoye difference stroke no se wo sha se feel sa problem ni bia bra Grace Gift ni emfa fidi akukudam ani sebi emfa nya hwemu ni ehu baabi ya de free ene ade e opotin na ye hwe ni yenso ye mo nya den emoa na free sa situation den emu anya no nko a oba bi wana be ma bi wo ho a onante kakra wabere chese jese kwan no wanya na adwo so beko oko kakra pa no ote so ne home nso no na kuma yi se ebo ne periperi ani mesre wa bono mondi boko na frɛ number no na ka ense bibia eye wo kire na nhwɛ emwaw na free mu cause yade wo yi ya e wo ho a wo problem bebree bia obo wa ne nan ehihye no ne nanse ehihye no adura na adwa na saade ne ye no na sabi asan titi asan yede asan ka ho mesra wa yare bebree timi de sa problem ne yede eba sa de ne timi yen senkyerene e ma si kire yare ya sabi ese wuntin bomodi boko na tie ne ye bra ne anya hwehwemu ne ehunu na yen so anoma bema obema otadua no emo ayemre ono yiri drum paso a de woso ye ma na ni je no ontumi nye ene mpe bebree mema no adane ma anko wo se ni je ba umpa so no obema oba no mai no no ni ho san no mesra wa wodi se sa de mfa so nwie mafie fra Grace Gift Taba Clinic Laboratory Services e was 0543 32 00 30 0543 32 00 30 and 0244 126 123 0244 126 123 and 0246 518 003 0246 518 003. These are our numbers. We no know numbers. Sabi upusu ahumana ofra ibeje oso kama na wa de yare no se tibia aba ye ma wo ahun senkyerene a otwedi ampo nyankopɔ de na ma aba so ye den eye be ma oba mi ke kokko pia otunya de ketwa ana kokko aye wa ma utia uteso utra se kura okunwam a untimi ntra ebi wo yam ebi wo kyese ne eye wo no wakasa utumu se ade na ha wako ba bi yehu bomode boko famra na yehwe ma wo why do umoja na ni afrusane sabi tadua ya semo amiken so umoja mpo nta ni afrusane a etimi di sa ha no ye den eba eti blood circulation e low no bra na yehwe ade ema wo cause etimi a sign e de ma yade foforo eba ye mpenhwem etimi e de yade a sabi eni e den ba ye so wanhwa na kwakọ too late Grace Gift to nsafro se frɛ numbers na de atodwa no na bra na yehwe ma wo oye obi a wodwo so a ojonso no edane kala usisi at the same time etimi ya oya eya usisi mi enini nyina wa fa ne fa no etimi ya oya at the same time ona etimi tatai at the same time na ona ase no ache say atatai jonso a asesa kala oda na osori a wani aki na afuafu a saadie aya wache what me yebo ho bomode moko na fa ye numbers no frɛ ni ahwɛ nyere emfama wo yo nipa bi wo a sabi mpreduasa yesesra de bi abopɔ asini ntinimu ɛna ma moja ne entimi nkwa akoma no enti no obre bra ntwetwemu mema na especially ye mpe check up ye babra ne anya o check ne ehunu adeko a edisa problem no ba ede ba bia akoduro ne entimi mo a ede ewom bra ne hwɛ mo a ye bitimi dia eden ede aboa ukoto gene ya oya enso etuto ewiesima enwi adaje ni poso kotodue emu eya emu hihye nipa dompe mu wiwe no joint apostle nyina sisie chese dia ya onya de ketua Grace Gift Teba Clinic and Laboratory Services as if asa how no ebedain near mo na film and your helper enti ne de numbers ne ma no ye ka kire say 0543 32 00 30 0543 32 00 30 and 0244 126 123 0244 126 123. These are the numbers are you be person be free e man so awo e ho ayemodin no obabu ameken wa wade awie 8 years ni 5 years ni 10 years ni nyinse no kura mpom embeto mpoda ena nkanto so afa nyinse no na asai mesrao unya umensis chaze wa ukọ fichire regularly ba na emba fa bedan Grace Gift obu onso a na fichire ko sem na nkasa na asai asan ka ho fa ne nyina bra bedan Grace Gift obi de na fichire ko no eba twice in a year obi de eba na chese aburu sokura tama also stop you know and stop it obi so de eba one day ejai 2 days 3 days asa ebesa ba bi ma just next month when mu nyina ye sebi how etiti mani bi so fabric Grace Gift ne ma obabu a okọ na fichire a kire say month nya so ya ne twa so tietiem na ya sese wi na ani ya de britia bi masa ade na furu so bra beda Grace Gift ne hwɛ nya den emfama wo ya de ande aka ne sese ne tie bia no o de ba Grace Gift a ya bebo hwɛ abɔ homodin obu ane yefunu ya na yekese ni mfimu de bia ya ne ya ana ne yefunu san de ho ka ho besrew me peso be ba be check up ne ehunu adeko a yesi e masa ade ne de eto wo ne yehwede yenso anu nye de emfama wo ya de bia ha obia no omode moko na fabra Grace Gift wo yo ba se wo so ntiate de woni be ma kompa mu a se wo de ho ani wonim ne ho chese wanga se wasensene omode moko na bra Grace Gift ne ma wate de duru na fa ye hu yi oba steam vagina steam no so ye de ekoso wona wonya infection hodo wo depo a gono ene na sefo no bra ne nya hwe omoja mu hu ade ko a eye infection ko an hawo na mo bi wo ho a ye mfama wo misre wa bra o oba Grace Gift a baby edi ye hwe mu de yo ne kese pa for wo hawo no bra ne asu ye nya hwe mu emfa hwe yade no ne mo na free mu misre wo vagina steam na me kan no ekoso enchi ato no so ye den ekoso obu a wachina che yare no kwa na nko na adwe ye ne se entimi nko biem because watoba ha ananda mama bu wo se ni panenti ene ye enchi ato no e bia oh machina che monsa yade na ye wia ye bedase ana se ye betua mesre wa bomode boko na bre hu Grace Gift na no so ye mfa ento ba bia da emfa mo mesra o je number no biem ya kira kwan e okuma so Otwim School Junction Barikasi Road Accra New Achimota Petroleum opposite Family Life International School. A honey. Monday boko fire numbers no 0543 32 00 30 0543 32 00 30 0244 126 123 0244 126 123 and a 0246 518 003. Your numbers no no. Francis Siada. Bema or prostate there. For Grace Gift, Nakasim Bay check up. Check up near free. Nemo Via. Your travel Bruno. No Trianca. And the Mossy.
Yeah, so yeah, that's baby Grace Gift as well. Na Yako Abano. Na yentoso na yefefisem no enso emra. Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, the sports minister, will say. No cre emra yede appointee coach Carlos Queiroz no na Britia wa nemum onu hu say coach no ne Black Stars team no something good ebeba from the World Cup.
Preparation has been good, even though our coach appointment came a bit late. He's done quite well. There's good spirit in camp. They are training very heavily, and we do promise Ghanaians that something good will come up. Even though if you look at the expectations and those who are doing all the analysis, they claim that Ghana is the least after Iraq to make any headway. But we are going to make a lot of headways. That is what we wish that happens. All the 48 teams that are in the Mundial are there to win. Ghana is also there to win. What is most important is that we have a team. It's unfortunate we don't have the Jikus, we don't have Kudus, and then what have you. But we have a team. The team is going to go very far. And who knows, we can return home with the trophy. What about that? Well, we are part of the 48 who are chasing the trophy.
Honorable Kofi Idi Adams and I can Henry Asantichum and Ekasa Edema the Ghana Football Association will confirm a story about Black Stars a movie on training camp from initially maybe no more na wachirichim kakra.
Yes, I can confirm that. So you do second day no carry ono di kan contem e ko make sure say obe block any avenue bia obi dan so and dan bi si park na chia so on the office crowd obi timi hu bia they echo so or park na so I think that is about being proactive. But say one oba enche, two around this time all the teams are losing obi person who they echo so it's possible say obi ko be this guys no abegina also a student. And so I am just a fan of
these are the reasons the FA are changing Black Stars from base now when you train because according to her now where you open and Uhunipa all record the coach in the tactical sections any day the scouts be here and there didn't know now also movie echo baby and close for them I'll meet me I almost sections no now first deputy minority leader Honorable Habib Idrisu S. Obesre Minister Honorable Kofi Idi Adams Black Stars na Ghana for nyina dia ye ko World Cup but try kakra be brief ye kakra so far preparations no said the name ACL
We've already gone for the World Cup and we have not been briefed, and you think that this is a matter we must not know. We are aware that government have procured 1,000 tickets from GFA. We are aware, and the ambassador has issued a statement saying that Ghanaians in the diaspora should write their names and get tickets for the matches. Who bought the tickets? How much is it costing the taxpayers? Over 2,000 people went to American embassy for visas. Visa fee 185. Who's paying it? Who are those people? What you are doing is a tool available for you. I told him we are aware that the majority side we were given 2 slots before the World Cup. Then that one, nothing happened. They've been denying visas. Your members, they are not happy because they didn't even call some of their nominees. At Botema, they are screaming them there. I have pictures. I have videos.
Okay, now yento aswe. Prince Kwabena Edu, a striker for the national team, was say, Debiano or then Yamiasi, because all her players are a Ghana and also my Ghanaians are. Obudosopa, name of ye Marco 26 on represented Ghana at the world stage, you know. Or no, you wouldn't count.
Among more Ghana footballers, more Ghana and your Dawson. There's a dear crab bomb kicking. Last month, I have to use that one to motivate myself. Say, I'm doing something. And you know, say, because maybe in this stage, we can understand it. Until we need to
now, I know your Prince Edu Kwabena attending can now, okay. Can 2008 Ghana? Max was okay. Ampoma Barusu.
Yeah, Barusu. Ball free kick, bina.
Keeper. Let me say ne. Never be any story ne. And let me video no. Video no say pie wo me timeline wo. I think Facebook and IBBN na mention. Na Ampoma Barusu akasa. Walk up ayekwi.
Yeah.
Wakasa kakra. O say. Or more time no. Na football. More about physicalities. But I see there about speed and power.
In our days, football is more physique and stuff. Now, I think.
Eno ya Mpoma Barusu na owie wan fancy wa o say via Ghana I was here nyina ne say game against Panama no you make sure say budget 3 points ni nyina Mpoma Barusu.
Well, I think they can do better. It won't be an easy task because now
Eno Ampoma Barusu Ahmed Barusu ena yetene kano na mamemfa we enso so na Mama Maxwell Emre na on fan komo no ento aso Kumasi Santa Godok reporter me nyane so ma opte for an executive board chairman model na yese former administrator Richard Akuto and an IMC member onyina senso so mo ebehwe na o ma ba assist the executive board chairman Mr. James Osei Brown and when the Jumedia Obabedi we understand that Santoko ebeko for an expatriate coach Bruni and Akotoko Edene Baba Serem Diga Christopher Enin and so Enya resign as the position from the position as coach Edema Samates. We understand say how to folk deal be in the pipeline afei Gemeti and I say confirmed Adriana Stars and so and I say Adriana Football Club. Well, I say thank you to their coach Soba Aristika. We understand so Omane Samuel Bodu Edru Echiripa until this is a coach Samuel Bodu Free Kum Chelsea. I join Adriana Emano Enyonwa. Mago
Andy
Bremo na yemi.
Okuyi obi abo Ampoma
Barusu me see na no pay.
So be GD pa.
And on che ball no. No me akache referee say that I'm not any come no ma share one ni.
Yeah.
No me abo no so ball ni nye. Na so referee ti no de ma John Pencil. And a pencil chair referee but referee ji aron so bia. John Pencil crab bounce ball no de ma referee. Referee ji anon to come channel so mfa ball from ra. It sound Ampoma Barusu a taker. Barusu ma wa no.
Oh baby o de akofa.
Ampoma Barusu ma mo le so. Me just have one from mu. Incredible the top.
But now some na wa kan e no cre. On say football almost every decade and two be and I na evolve. Intandi, don't be surprised say ex-footballers no who were very good during their time be brainers and then no more bad they might struggle because as time goes because academics cry and yenum the school no to say primary JHS ni ade and the uncle and the was rosing here what am I say Adibewa we learned that JHS or whatever today we be corner primary for nation and to ye ko ye ni na de no eden much stronger because yeah the science ebem yeah the a lot of tactical play near the at the back game, so it makes the game more difficult. Even a ye in your be a frame. Oh, let's say your man marking, your mouth this and that. Before, it wasn't the case. It doesn't also mean that before they were not good. But what I see is that before, not football was played on technical levels. Not coaches near Juma, but not coaches at Juma near Bebre. Players nankasa who have talent now. But not every team be a bar. Utus or more a real star. Be 5 or 6 players or more standard that they are really talented. They can influence the game. Say, oh hey. Even Brazil as an example, Ubenya Ronaldinho, Ubenya Ronaldo, Ubenya Rivaldo, Ubenya Roberto Carlos, but what I say, Ubebu Bodinha, Ubenya, Oko Italy Cradia Nase, who's a Italy Crada World Cup no Mokoji, and I told you it's 2002, I'm going to say Komoji. But surprisingly, Tama Omone, your friend host nation, issues be by a case offside, no offside, it brings a whole lot. Instead of Moko, the preceding World Cup, Omokoji, they had a host of players. Oche, Obise, Inzaghi Mo. Were all there. Or to say Francesco Totti, Luca Toni, Christian Vieri, Munia. They have quality players. Even Andre Pello, or Cannavaro, or Zambrota. Just look at the players who are playing. And don't forget the way so count. Italy national team coach, AC Milan midfielder, Gattuso, Gennaro Ivan Gattuso. So or more play. But currently it is not like that. Say no teams now. The bear 1 or 2 players now because or more stand out. And most often, when these players are not there, it was a team in struggle. For example, so our Barcelona team now, more Xavi, Iniesta, Ibia, Neymar, Suarez, Messi, Rakitic now. It was a team of Dani Alves, Muni Adina. As a team, they be a function. Real Madrid team, no more Champions League back to back to back. You could see say every aspect of the team. If I compare Madrid team with. Say Mbappe and Juana Vinicius and back to the party. And they had the team will struggle. It's not some no all can. One word the other, it is true. But I said the game no more I had. And it was the first now be 17 goals, 18 goals, and yes, 8 player. But then we say 20 goals cry if he say one it's a bit more than
we should be 34 near
sir. First, no more G go kin obi to me say 19. Roddy Makai mo ebe say go. Ebi say 17, obi say 21. Even this guy Barcelona cry eto crazy top scorer ewo Spain no. He could not cross the 25. I think it was around 22 21. We could not cross that. But then say one say Mbappe cry there if he say when you good season how many goals did he score? Champions League how many goals did Mbappe score? Not even making it to the final how many now say. It's in them marks and he be say Haaland more numbers no. And this how they compare to Nibia. What was the Haaland numbers na was Ropao. And but even that one, we still feel like they've not done what is expected of them. So that's how it is. Boy, I am more scientific and all that. It's been in the yard. We say football is more difficult than it used to be. Because Andy, coach Biba, the way Arsenal set it up. What I say? You PSG of all team, so we are very good in the attack, but they were neutralized. A pure tactical ingenuity and the idea of model. So what Ampoma Barroso is saying is true. Then again, I'll see you in Panama, yes. Also, when you start well, and the Panama game, you know, we'll have the vice president there. You run so 2-4 there. So I think say no cry a big motivation for the boys to play. What I say, and boys nice so they know what and what not to do. Because me sure they will also want to make a name in the World Cup for themselves. No, almost when your clubs now the air. But I've told them that they need to go all out and play and take risk. Andy, at the end of the day, I said it's not the end of football. We still have another chance to want to go. By NBA, so we are good to go. World Cup with Andy Ned the house here, but who's the Macassa near Bayadi. But we are the FA for managing your man. I make my a bit skeptical. And as our best idea, Andy, see Jason Omoyin as the best Jesse at the World Cup.
Yeah, that I mean.
So, it's say can be beacher.
Bruce, you know, we see yellow.
A base yellow, yeah, and white.
Yeah.
I be a divine. I say your mind I will produce a lot of goals. Maybe that will be a divine for a but no it won't change things. Also proud today World Cup no Ghanaians were down. What am I arguing? So over Ghanaians answer not majority no down. Knowing that the stars, some of these players are not playing, we are not playing well. But also a car crama World Cup now, but so on say the narratives are changing. For example, Nipa Baku a Christian, who says a Christian when get a lot of hope. But first, not only hope crowd last stars team no more. Sometimes say a JB or JBT or something. Like I said, that is not the case. But the reality is once these stars are not there, omona answer no mbeba no there were people there. And no boy no we take you over from them. So once they are not there, Andy, a opportunity for Wemos in there. We are talking about Caleb Rinchi and all these guys. Ajete say he knew such Charlie baby a Drumiana me bonte some me me hobo. Into that confidence normally caught into the game, you know. And I hope say coach, you know, so your first game Ghanaians were okay with it. But I was say my problem your goal scoring. You say goal scoring has always been a problem. And tournament like this, because we are scoring one goal, and they say Obisha one, it means that you are not going to win. But what I say, and a massive, mighty nations, no, this is a main far we crown count Croatia. In terms of football, I mean, so though they've not won the World Cup, but they've arrived. That nation, they're very difficult to say, I know the baby keep it clean. So those nations, oh, sure more. I am a 2-1 Bini. We need to, in as much as we are defending very well, no, we need to also find a way. You better pay a goal scoring. Because a bedroom baby could be goals for ne against a bit to me. Looking at the team that I think the weakest in the group, you know, we England and Croatia, we the England and Croatia and the favorites in the group, and there's no doubt about that. Now by any Panama, what I say, it's any Panama, no, two teams no while being young win or young cohort, possibly so be qualify higher. They are kind of grow up and engagement because looking at the number of teams on the round of 32, no. Andy, Udi third crowd, there are possibilities say third place here and Obi to me they are qualified now, boy. Yeah. It is a when you have 3 points, possibilities of qualify very high. Because they are teams you remember me there, but no more being 0 points. It be being 1 point. So when you get 3 points, I think say it will be good. To Ghana, Panama, and say like a final match.
But to see us offer FIFA or table now. To say on senior starting group table now, so and almost the alphabetical order. Ghana also third. And now for ye on the best third place teams now. Yeah. And you be 8. And so Ghana also third. Oh, and so you also third. It's here back second round. BBS is here back second round. It's here young win against Panama. Possibility of going to the next round. Not say 2 nations, no. Nyame adoni seba akona. Me England game no means through. And in England, okay, to be in preparatory games in the M5, but they've not been convinced. Maybe on preparatory games or by me who England's or more dominant too. And can me expect you almost say what I say? Maybe a papa 3, 4B. But me who is means through England because England they born or winning more players or more BBS in any given day. Only Ghana and England, England are favorite. But on my team be a day falter to deceive. Say England from round of 16 a how much me free? Last time when him says Argentina top group, not Portugal top group, but what you mean? Now say round of 6 in Argentina winner, Portugal winner. Only so Misha. Cha. Oh, that's work out way there. And it's Andy. We hope say let's wish them well. For now, Omane represents, and I know say they also know the tax ahead. Not gonna also Marco fine. I think say yes. I was so moyan in tem. It's just by the time the league kick starts, no, not all the structures have been built. And the what I say for smooth takeoff. Sometimes you delay no account. And you be usher into the season, no. Nansana all these things are done. So almost is your executive board chairmanship, whatever. There's a board chairman and or be run a club day to day. To be executive board chairman say to be the enemy. Entirely they might not appoint a CEO, but if they are or being either general manager and I say. People are men assistant to her. So let's give them benefit of the doubt. What I say, but build the structure. Me who former Ajax, we know more than but it's all good. But the Americans are more buy getting a go past from. Munim so to my man of Marco form and what I say. Into more quine, not the to my Munyam club, and that's all what I have. Mirasi Nanesian, Mirasi Bibri, na Kumasi Agro Processing Company Limited. One and the angel killing satisfied no Ediaba Makacho said, Rowie. Ena ebebu akua for muntiemi odo koku na akate say no say dark pot bi enso black pot bi eno so chese how koko na ho anu akwaje angel kill insecticide no spray e wo koko de so boa ema koko no protect no from sa pest infections near the nyina no one na be say koko nyina no show mu nyina se e de ma koko no enso enyini kama obeti enya so mfaso we fully tested and approved by Cocoa Research Institute of Ghana awme under Ghana Cocoa Board afei wo mo de ebeso do so organic liquid fertilizer enso de aba adwaso maka chro se no e na obehia mo amodo tomatoes cabbage pepe enisa no baye nyina na tosode nyina no mobehia ebesodoso organic liquid fertilizer no so de agai enya asem ketoa yaso ahwe ne agiatum we no tested and fully approved by Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate also under Ministry of Food and Agriculture and agiatum so bazo tobia enya na omomutonto agrochemicals no keba Mr. Barnum ewo keu eni kedete ho nyina no adeshema ke side nyina no obenya adeshema ho nyina benya bi enso ato na numbers also friend when nyado do ato no 0548 618 025 0548 618 025 na wenya aye niamari bi enso etimi age Gingermet Dental Clinic makacho se obi a wenya aye sen problem onum problem about because onum problem about na chasa wakasa asabi pampan bi edi akire halitosis yare yesa Gingermet ebesa de ama o se no pese fita o se so abu apai to kra bedem o bese o hye silver na se gold teeth o bese o hye braces a baby o so komen ko hye baby a o be wie na o se femfem o Racho Gingermet and also Timiko Omu Kumasi ase Yabrepo Junction Bantama High Street Total Filling Station Omu Accra Nungwa opposite the NDC office station on Maxi Market Kenton Road and I was 0598 731 0598 731 Midimafo Herbal Clinic Dr. Time that's so young call Obia Mibacho Utieme na yare adokoro wacha yare achichere wa oto nwa enti wachinchiri eni enuro ne niam a yede ma onya asem kotwa still unya yaresa medimafo herbal clinic ese braho awatwema gugu na doctor enya bre emfa ya tese onya time ema one for time ento yare ne so emfa matwema gugu ena doctor ewo 0244 774282 0244 774282 na oneno enso entumi enkasa Menapa Royal Guest House makacho se owo kumase na baby a obeda na wo dwene ho Menapa say braho 24-hour security 24-hour electricity 24-hour water supply rooms no clean and neat kama edema Oshim School Junction offer Grace Gift anyone we so be asa ko California full joint unim say yes sound so our shuttle over so friend here peko baby a wo bia do ba for 0543 556 666 0543 556 666 Kenny Rose Internet Solution Adama ene obibia we internet connectivity e wo fi adwumam bebia we internet connectivity bi anfre no 0208 282810 0208 na Kenny Rose enchu happy birthday to Eric Jemfi aka Kobe do from on TikTok as Kobe Sticks and your birthday Eric Jemfi happy birthday to you so and happy birthday to Mrs. Christine Texan and 89 years and na young wishing a happy birthday now you see a free sister Marion and Jane and Oba Adelaide and Onana Joan and almost and wish Mrs. Christine Texan a happy birthday today. Happy birthday. And finally, happy birthday, Kwadiama Obren Ponko Ju Yabua. And so I would show a happy birthday today. Obren Ponko Ju Yabua, happy birthday to you. Now, me and Coach Freddy. Oh, yeah. Because the Samba boys no. Okay. Omo UK. I don't pay me for training sessions.
No shit.
Oh,
he's doing a great job. Oh, yes, bless him for that. I think say Obi Agwako UK Ghana Akron but he's still been back to Ghana making sure so helping all these boys and all that. I think say a positive. Open my place. Why here? My mention come. I heard a Freddie plays in quite a war blasters. So because we are boys in the court outside. And I'm the only man
the food team, some boys team now. Boys now. Yeah.
No, I said clubs never Ghana. Come in a GG buy this scanner buy them on guess. So much him half no more money. So me bomb on chiro. Me send on me which me at ton place and yes, can build your mutim. What I say?
And so for young fan, the since you are now you make your way for the ambitious. Now, Copa Yard much now. You have signed Edimosia, Nadia Hubia, the home come and so Ediaba. What's in Maxwell Enka, Otis a Christian, and so Enka Jacob Atusebe, and the entire production team. enso eta echi dendende ene chairman BKB enso etimi ebonkomo work up no ehya ase echi na de brand no bobeta atene kesan so no ene ya na musini ewo eye America Mexico and afi Canada so Mexico is say Ghana ni hwe wo because so say di ni nyina mo pa America akọ mo so say America for mo bia amre yapon e si anyankopọ ya aduma ye be sanso ahia mamenchia one particular other listener utisha ma so no aye pon ye nyina no frame me discussions and they have nyina no no one ye na enko yes o frame me ana oneme to discussions so oh nidino oh aha nidino eye odi asempa kuni echan or Denver Colorado
oh okay
hono wonti ma yenchia no enchia pa
Denver Colorado United States
and one person on sutie pa no eye Pius Esquire Pius enra oba sports center ebetuji so hume and all can say oh you show there and one with
yeah that's true good.
Lawyer
and one this guy Jay Simon Jay Simon or no two countries or taking us our Greece or don't call it like I saw here in between those nations. Who's the last no so be for the sports crew?
Oh yeah.
I'm so saying anyway, sent him in contacts and I've spoken with him until we are working on things. So I'll say Friday there hopefully. More better than
okay. Yeah. Na encha na kumi enso Belgium. Ano so tie show na encha sonko enko enso fama son of Patrick. When you say now so monitor show na no pay. Encha sanso na Ken. Hey, baby ba ku be ka chiri wa ha we dem Mr. Mufanchemi. Mr. Mufanchemi amenye no real quick. Nye say na ka Mr. Edu ne mebewu. Hey. Say abeka chiri da o. We dey ejare Mr. Mufanchemi. Abeka chiri da kwa na me hey. Ti from Mr. Edu. I say young wishe Nana Ekuya Adepa. Nana Ekuya Adepa eti ebuakwa na oye adwuma ewo Fidelity Bank eho na Nana Ekuya Adepa ewone ewa woda Nana Ekuya Adepa happy birthday to you we free eye Mr. Edu and I say and we show a happy birthday today okay and so abesho saba ababe to asan ko pa ya admo china e be say have a wonderful day and stay blessed. Good afternoon.